Okay, I'm back. This is part 3 of the work drama. So she calls me back, and it's just me and her, which it should have not been. Even the manager even said that it should not have been just me and her, because the other owner was there and the so-called manager was there, but they wasn't like in the. They were in another room away from us or whatever. But they were there. So, somebody should have been in the room with us. So we get in there, and she proceeds to tell me that I'm not doing my job, that I'm not keeping up. And I tried to explain to her that, we got behind because we didn't get this stuff. And she's like, well, that's not good enough. Just contradicting everything that I say. Anytime I said something, she would just, it was like she tells me that I need help, which is funny because we've always helped each other or whatever. And the thing is the fact that I didn't need help. It was just that if someone asked me if they could help me, it was just a common thing to let them help. And it's help. Me having help does help a lot to keep up on things because there is a lot of stuff that you have to do. There's bottles that you have to fill. There's clay bars that you have to cut and then make, shape up and then put in, like plastic and then seal it. That takes time. There's dowel rods that you have to sit there and wrap a string around. There's things that you have to do that is very tight. And this is not just one or two. This is like up to 100. This is a lot of stuff. And it's like, how many, like, 1, 2, 3, 4 bottles that you have, different bottles that you have to fill up. You have to cut bubble wrap. You have to, like I say, fold towels. Folding towels. It's easy, but it's, it's time consuming and stuff. And, it's just, there's a lot of stuff that you have to do. And then also I had suede strips and squeegees and stuff that I'd have to put in a bag and seal up and stuff. And I take pride in my work. If you looked at the kits that they was doing to what I was doing, it was a complete mess. I was ashamed because they were like throwing the towels in there and it was all wrinkled, and they looked like crap. And if you look at theirs and you looked at mine, I took pride in my work. I would make sure everything looked, I even, like, in my workstation and stuff, I even labeled things so people would know where things were at. I even had it like, it was, I always kept my area, at least halfway decent. It's kind of hard when you have like boxes everywhere and everything like that. But I always try to keep it nice and neat. And, now when I was working and everything else, it was a chaotic mess. But before I left, my area was always picked up. I didn't just, get up and leave or whatever. I always picked my area up. I always made sure everything was nice and everything else. I took pride in my work. And so, yeah, I don't sit there and just do crap just really quick and make it look like, like crap. And then, just say, oh, okay, well, this is it, no big deal. Well, obviously they don't care. But, so yeah, everything is time consuming. So she was basically just, whenever people do help me, I appreciate it because it helps me, make the kits that I need to make and everything else and do them fast and get them out, and it keeps the system going. It keeps everything, not chaotic and everything, and everybody has everything they need. And especially if they run out of something or whatever, at least if we have enough stuff stocked up, it won't interfere if we run out of something. And that's my whole concept. That's my whole thing I've always tried to do when I was working up there. But obviously, she don't grasp this. She don't get it. I don't know. She won't listen to it. I mean, she would not listen to me at all. She wouldn't. I kept trying to explain to her that the reason why and everything else. And then she even said that and I even told her that, she was talking about the boxes or talking about other things, doing or whatever. I'm like, I've been helping. I've been doing other things. I said, I've even helped in production. She goes, that's not your job. Boxes isn't my job. I mean, technically, boxes isn't my job. Boxes is basically whenever you have time to do it. It is not in my job description. It is not in my thing. I am not getting paid to do boxes. I mean, boxes is not what, my products and everything is what we need, not, we got 2 people doing boxes, or 2 or more people doing boxes. They're getting done. That's not my thing. I don't mind doing them. If somebody's not there, or if they need me to do it, I'm right up there doing it. If anybody needs me to do anything, I'll do it. But I have my work. I have my job that I need to do to keep productive. And I know the reason why she wants me to do boxes so dang bad is because she wants me to get behind. And I'm already being blamed for being behind whenever it's not even my fault for that one. That was the issue. How do you sit there and try to explain to someone that it's not your fault whenever they don't want to even listen to it? She contradicted everything, threw everything that I said out the window. It was like she just would not listen. And then she proceeds to tell me, I forgot I said something, and then she said, well, you don't ask for help. And that's where it was like, I'm so confused, because it's like, you tell me I need help and that I'm being punished for it, but then you tell me that I'm not, asking for help. It that contradicts each other. It just don't make sense. It really don't. Because the thing is, I never had to actually physically go in there and ask for help, because the whole thing was, if you run out of something to do, come ask me. And that's the way we've always done it. And you got to think too, though, they had 2 people doing my job. They were sitting in there doing my job. But I'm not supposed to have help. I'm not supposed to, that's where it's confusing. It's because I'm not supposed to have help, but then I don't ask for help. So what do? Do I ask for help and then get blamed for having help? Because she's basically saying that, because even in the write-up, it says basically that I don't ask for help. Let me see. I don't know. I gotta find them. But basically in the write-up, she basically says that, give me a second. What was it? Said on 7/13/20 went over the expected of your position in the terms of productivity. We explained that when others was working this position, they were able to get the day's kits created by 3, so that they could spend the remainder of the day on other projects. We had a verbal follow-up meeting 7/16/20 and asked you to please pick up your pace. You have not spent time on your other duties and are falling behind on getting the day's kits created, and that's a lie. That is a straight up lie, because I got pictures of all my work. The only reason why we didn't have the kits in is because we were out of this stuff. I've always had my stuff done. I've never had an issue of doing my work. And then it even says on here, that's basically that, but what, poor job performance. You're not able to keep up daily tasks and production limits that was set fairly and that can easily be accomplished by other employees when they were asked to do so. And that's a straight up lie. And that's what hurts. It's because I sat there and I worked and worked and worked, and they lied. Because I mean, I have proof. And people, everybody up there that knows me knows I do my job, and I was doing what I was supposed to. But my thing is, it's kind of funny how, I'm supposed to do this by myself, but they had 2 people to do my job up there. But I'll get to the reason why I'm saying 2 people, because she was basically saying that I wasn't, and by the way, that one write-up that I just read before that, I didn't even see it. I didn't even sign it. I didn't have a chance to sign it. I never saw it. They never went over it with me. Never saw it. She never, it was. It'll explain it later, but so I was getting upset. I was having a panic attack, and then I said something, and I'm deaf, basically, and my voice does get loud, and it's not that I'm hollering. Well, I might have been hollering later on, but especially if I get anxiety or get excited, not excited, but feel threatened or backed up. I was in an abusive relationship and everything else. It just, whenever I feel cornered and that someone is lying and then basically just pushing me down, and it's a natural reaction to just take up for yourself. And I usually don't. I don't ever take up myself, but I told myself I was not going to let them walk all over me. I mean, I've always done it. I've let people walk all over me. I'm not doing it anymore. So, but then the fact that she straight up lied and said that I hollered at her the time that we talked before, and I have it on video, we're recording. I never once hollered at her. And technically then, I really wasn't hollering at her. I was upset, and I was trying not to have a heart attack or a panic attack, in which I was having a panic attack, but my blood pressure I know was up, and I have high blood pressure as it is. I have a heart problem. And she just kept on about, everything that wasn't true. I mean, it was just, so I didn't know what to do, so I opened the door and I called for my husband. There wasn't nobody else in there. The manager wasn't in there. The owner wasn't in there, and there wasn't anybody else in there that could actually, he used to be the manager, so that's the only one that I could think of to call in there, because he's the only one that knows exactly what I was doing all this time, because I was helping him in production whenever, the manager was telling me to do things. So I called him in there, and I basically told him, I was like, look, she is blaming me for not doing my job whenever I've been doing it. And he tried to even explain to her, and she just would not listen. I mean, she just kept on about, she even got the amount of towels that comes in a thing that's wrong, wrong. And the thing is what she don't understand is the amount she gave me, I did over the amount. Just before that fact. Just so that she couldn't sit there and say that I was doing less of what I was supposed to. I mean, both of the bins was full. I mean, they wasn't then, because you want to know why? We ran out of this stuff. But after that, even after I didn't have help, the bins were full. So if I can't keep up or do my job, then why was the bins full, And most of the time, I would do those, and I would probably get done doing those about 12 or 1. Because it is time consuming. And if you're doing 200 to 300, it is very time consuming. And I want to see her get in there and do that many. Actually do them. Not just fold towels or whatever. I want her to go in there and actually do them and see how long it would take her. And I bet it would take her longer than it took me. And then after that, I had other work that I had to do. That was my area. And you don't understand too, I'm sitting here being told by the manager not to listen to her. that she don't know what she's doing. She's clueless. That she really don't have no say so. That she just micromanages whenever the other owner's not there, and that she's just don't listen to her. So we'll take care of it. We'll sit there and I have it on screenshots and stuff. Also, she's like, we'll take care of it. Me and the other owner will take care of it and everything else. So yeah, I'm sitting here being told by the manager not to even listen to her, because technically she's an owner, but she does not know. She should not even have any say so in what we do, because she does not even know. I mean, that's like, she didn't even know what a tent kit was, and that's what we specialize in. You think if she owns a business, she would know what the products was or what they're even used for. She don't. She has no clue. Even the owner even said that she really don't know what's, about it. But she's micromanaging, and she's telling me things that she has no clue about. And I'm not, and they're doing this so I'd quit, and I'm not stupid. They're pushing me. They're pushing me, trying to get me to quit. And so they take away my help. She sits there and she just accuses me of something, makes me, seem like I'm not doing my job, makes it more difficult on me, just because she wants me to quit. She don't want to fire me, because they don't like firing, because they don't want me to collect unemployment. And I know their job. I know how they are. They don't want me to collect unemployment. They want me to quit. And I've heard this is a little thing too. So I was having a panic attack. I really was. I ain't gonna lie. I was having a panic attack. So basically, she, did her thing or whatever, and I lost it. I mean, I had to leave, and it wasn't because I didn't want to hear her. It was just the fact that I was about to, I don't know. I mean, my blood pressure was up, and I was not well, and I was having a panic attack. And so, yeah, I don't know if I can't remember if I slammed the door. I can't listen to the videos because it gives me, you don't realize how bad it affects me. Just even listen to her, to even hear her, it affects me. And so I can't remember if I slammed the door or not. I don't know. So, I went out and I went into the, where my desk is, and I lost it. I'm not going to say I didn't lose it. And even, the people in shipping came out there and was like, calm down, said what they're doing is wrong. They knew exactly what they were doing. And basically, I told her, I was like, they said I'm not doing my job because, y'all are helping me. And she goes, so she's like, you're being punished because we're helping you. And it wasn't right. And another thing too, talking about movies or whatever. Well, how she was watching a movie. Well, the other lady came in there and didn't nobody say anything about her watching a movie. But anyways, I even called her out on that whenever we were in the meeting. Because I even said, I was like, you sat there and told me that, I said, you lied to me. I said, you even told me that they couldn't watch movies. She's, well, that's what, that's the thing. And it wasn't. Because it was funny. After our meeting is whenever they changed it to, them not being able to watch movies, which they still do, because my husband was still working there after I got fired, and he saw them about a couple of times, but nobody bats an eye whenever they're not singling someone out, or or someone's trying to backstab them. And so they don't pay attention to those things. They just let that slide. Just like, she tried to sit there and say that when I walked out of the room, she tried to sit there and talk about me being on my phone. The thing is, what nobody understands, I can't be on my phone all the time. I barely take 10-minute breaks like we get. I mean, that's the thing. If I do take breaks, I don't leave my desk. So, if I look at my phone, I'm usually probably taking a break. And I don't take a full 10 minutes. So I'm probably just resting my hands because, filling bottles up is hard, especially my arthritic hands. I mean, you can see they do tend to sometimes tense up or whatever, so I need to take a quick break or whatever. But I don't ever hardly, and I don't smoke, so I don't go outside, and I don't mingle. I don't really go around talking to people or whatever, so I stay at my desk and I'll sit there for a few minutes, and then whenever I get my composure or whatever, I work. I start back working or whatever. And so if I'm looking at my phone, then I'm on break, so I should be able to. So she basically try to say that, which is bull. They're like, and if that's the case, if they're gonna say that about me, and which is funny because it don't say anything about that on my. It says something about movies, but it don't say anything about phone or anything like that. All the other people stay on their phones daily. I mean, I could go right now and go to their Facebooks, and I bet they have Facebook posts all throughout the day that they're on their phone. So, you can't sit there and blame me for doing something when everybody else is doing it. And the thing is, I wasn't. I can't. I have to do my job. Not like some other people. Other people, they can sometimes mingle, do this and do that. I can't do that. Especially now since my help is being taken away. So, yeah, there's that. And so, basically, and it's funny, they talk about phones, but the so-called manager and the inventory guy sits there and plays video games. I'm talking about on the computer, like WoW games, not like computer, like phone games, like WoW. Sits there and plays games while everybody else is just working. And so how is that fair? I forgot. I think one owner said something about it, and they were like, "Oh, well, I only do it whenever I'm stressed." And it was like nothing. It's like, and then they stay on it especially when the owner ain't there. I mean, I try to get a video of it, but it's kind of hard to get video of the way where they were sitting at and everything else, and make it without looking like I am. But it's okay for them to play video games, but we can't watch videos, or we can listen to music, but we can't watch videos or talk on our phones, but they can do it. Oh, men privilege. Exactly. It's men privilege. Men can do anything they want up there. I'm just saying up there. Allegedly. So, yeah. So they basically do all that. So she tried to say that, and she was just trying to cover her butt for, being the way she is, and because my husband was in the room. That's all it was. She was just, he was in there, and I think she was shocked at the way that I acted, because I don't think she expected me to be that way. I think she thought that I was just going to cower down and bow down and cry and kiss her butt, and my mom and my daddy raised me better. And I do have respect for people that have respect for me, and I had respect for her, kinda, but, nobody really has respect for her up there, just because of the way she treats people, but, she never, that's the thing though, she never really bothered me that much, so I never really had any ill feelings towards her or anything like that, but, just that right there proved the type of person that she is, and it's cold, it's wrong, just straight up and lie, the way that she did, and so, so the next day, I basically came in, and I'm going to leave it there, because then I'm going to go and hopefully I can finish the rest of it. But this is the next day that I'm going to go to part, is it 4 or whatever? I'm going to go to part 4, and this is the next day whenever I came back, because I didn't quit, and nobody said I was fired, so, I came in and, started to do my job or whatever, so, yeah, I'm going to stop there and let's go to the next one. Sorry for you. If I could do it all in one, I would do it, but it's long, and so my phone, I don't have enough, whatever. So it's easier to just do it this way. So bear with me, please. So we'll go to the next one. I'll see you later in the next one. Bye.